The 6 worst ways to get over a breakup. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Midnight Search. It's great to be here once again. So, today, we'll be looking at the wrong ways to get over a breakup, the worst possible ways to handle a breakup for both ladies and the guys will be discussed. Plus, watch the video till the very end because it will serve as a very intricate guideline to getting over a breakup and becoming the happy self you once were. Alright then, let's begin. Experiencing a breakup can be a very traumatic ordeal to deal with. You obviously can't stop thinking about your partner, the pleasant times you shared together, the lovely memories which reverberate deep in your mind. It doesn't matter whether you decided to end the relationship or you were left heartbroken. The aftermath of a breakup could trigger high levels of emotional distress and hurt. And I bet you that could be really depressing. While some are able to get over a breakup quite easily, being able to move on after a short while, for others, it could be a really long time before they can put themselves back together again. As a result, it could lead to wrong decision-making in the long run. Now then, I'll be explaining the totally wrong ways of getting through a breakup. You should really take note of all of this to know what to avoid after a breakup. Number 1. Plotting revenge. Now this is pretty common among most breakups. Getting back at their ex for the emotional hurt inflicted upon them. You should know that plotting and taking revenge on your ex is exhibiting weakness and probably not a very smart move in getting over a breakup. It is natural to be very upset after a breakup, but letting it get the better of you and resorting to revenge tactics is totally the wrong step in getting over a breakup. You may decide to fulfill your revenge maneuvers by spreading alleged rumors about your ex, making threats, thereby scaring the person, damaging their property, and probably even going as far as committing assault and battery. Seeking revenge can lead you to more hurt and can possibly land you in serious trouble. So before you plan on taking revenge on that lady or man that broke your heart, think twice and ask yourself, is it worth it? Revenge is never an option for getting over a breakup. Number 2. Resorting to overdrinking. Alright, this is probably one of the most common things people tend to do when they just broke up with their partner. It is no surprise that most people who are just nursing the emotional pain of a breakup resort to this means in an effort to drown their sorrows, lift their spirits, and as a result, have a series of hangovers. This is undoubtedly very wrong. Aside from the negative health impact of overdrinking, it could lead to more depression and emotional trauma, and what better way to take your mind off the pain than taking more shots of alcohol and getting more hangovers, thus repeating the endless cycle of depression and alcohol abuse, which could pose serious health problems and probably mental complications. Number 3. Overthinking. Naturally, after a breakup, it is normal to acknowledge and reflect on the good times you've had with your partner. However, thinking a bit too much is not advisable and quite harmful to your health, as it could probably give rise to health conditions like high blood pressure and hypertension. Overthinking will most definitely not help make you feel any better, but on the contrary, impede your joy and happiness in life. Rather than overthinking, you should try as much as possible to make yourself happy, developing yourself and engaging in activities that will take your mind off any form of thinking. It's time to move on. Don't wallow in self-pity and overthinking. Number 4. Attempting to contact or reach out to your ex. One of the worst things you could do to get through a breakup is attempting to contact your ex. Trying to reach out or get back with your ex, be it through texting, phone calls, or even physical contact, will only draw you back and impede your progress. You need to move on with your life, not go back to your past. Find a better partner who suits your character requirements and establish a happy relationship with such a person. Only then will you feel much better. Number 5. Ranting on social media. It is probably not a good idea to vent out your emotions on social media because it could lead you to regret later. As much as you'd feel bad if your ex vents about you, even regarding the things that are not true, it is all more reason for you not to rant on social media about your breakup tales. It's just not cool. If at all, you should express your emotions for people to give you advice, and could vent on apps that let you post your confessions and express your emotions anonymously. Doing this, you get to vent on a lot of things in retrospect of your broken relationship. But also, you don't name names since it's anonymous. You should take note of a popular quote by Josh Billings. The best time for you to hold your tongue is the time you feel you must say something or bust. I hope this helps. Number 6. Wallow in self-isolation. While it's completely natural to want to spend some time alone after a heartfelt breakup, isolating yourself and keeping a far distance from everyone can be risky for your health. You must find time to hang out with close friends or family who can give you solid advice on how to move on, thus bringing back balance to your life. Also, spending quality time with loved ones will remind you that there are people who actually care about you. So that will be all for today. I hope you find this video helpful. Please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos like this on relationships, mental health, and much more. See you in the next video. Love you guys!